Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I wish that everybody has waken well, and I have also too waken very well this morning. And actually, we are going to have our political conversation. And today, political conversation, I am actually going to give my own view about this finance bill, because finance bill is actually what is being talked in our republic anywhere you go. If you go to where we have markets, you will find people are actually talking about finance bill. If you go to restaurants, various restaurants within the country, you will find people are actually talking about finance bill. And if you go even to the homes of individual people, you will find children, uh, the fathers of the family and mothers of the of families, they are actually talking about finance bill. And actually, to highlight about this finance bill means it's actually a document where the government of the day is trying to talk about how it is going to tax the citizen so that it can get enough revenue for it to fund its function. And whenever we approach elections, you will find that many people or many political aspirants, they always come to the citizen and they tell you that if you elect me, I am going to do A, B, C, D. And when we are being told that, one thing must be always be very clear, that those promises are actually going to actualize if we will be able to pay our taxes well. That's when the person who is promising to do ABCD can be able to do that. And that's why you find that when William Samuel Ruto was on the campaigning trail, he told Kenyans what he will do if he clinches presidency of the republic. And actually, William Samuel Ruto was quite ambitious. He promised Kenyans quite about very many things which he is going to do. And many people never knew that actually for William Samuel Ruto to fulfill all those promises, then the citizen were to be taxed so that he can be able to deliver on the promises which he made to the Kenyans. And whenever we have finance bill, it's actually ringed with the budget of the nation. You cannot have a budget without finance bill, because finance bill talks about how we are going to get the finances. And then the budget will be talking about how we are going to use the resources, all the finances, which actually we have got from the finance bill. So finance bill in a nutshell, it's a document of the government explaining about how the government is going to get funds for it to fund its budget. That being said, you will find that this finance bill has actually elicited a lot of controversy, and majorly from the opposition leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, because he calls this finance bill being punitive, being overtaxing the Kenyans. But for me, I look it from a different angle, because if this bill goes through and then the government of William Samoei Ruto is able to get funds. And if it will be able to deliver on the promises which actually it made to the Kenyans, then the government of William Samoei Ruto will outshine the previous governments. And it will also put the opposition into the ditch, because people will see that this government has actually performed, and we need, or we ought to give it another term so that it can continue to fulfill its promises. And that's why I think the opposition leader is coming out strongly to oppose this bill. And I think that might be a tactic to delay Kenya Kwanza from fulfilling its what? Its promises. And at the end of the day, the Azimio coalition will come out and it will tell, we told you, this government you had put into place does not know how to run the government. And it will request the citizen that now, because you have seen that William Samoei Ruto and Kenya Kwanza government is not able to run the government, please put us to be in place, and we will run the government properly. So what the opposition leader is actually doing, from my own view, is to delay and it's to deny the government of William Samoei Ruto from getting enough funds to fulfill its function. Let us look at this whole picture of the housing levy. Let us say that it passes in parliament, and then the government of William Samoei Ruto gets enough funds, and then William Samoei Ruto puts that money strictly on that project. Then you will find that there will be affordable housing mushrooming across the country. And this will also make people who are actually dealing with housing from the private sector to lower the rent. And this will act actually positively for the people of Kenya, because they will pay less rent, they will have affordable housing. Many people will be owners of homes, because once these houses have been built, people will go there. They will be paying something like rent. But at the end of the day, these people will own those houses finally, and they will stop paying rent. And it will be like an inheritance to their children. So it's a very good thing. It's not a bad thing. Even if the opposition are saying that this is being done when the economy of the nation is quite low. But from my own experience, there is not any other time we will have a super economy when we will say, now let us go to this, get the what, the 3%, and dwell in the housing, the affordable housing. So for me, from my own aspect, and this is also what the public has not gone into, because I am very sure if the side of opposition, the side of Azimio, knows very well that this finance bill is going to make the government of the day to fall, then they will leave it, so that once the government of the day falls, then they will have a chance also to be in government. So the whole scenario about of opposing this finance bill, I feel that it has an interest of delaying the government of William Samoei Ruto to deliver on the promises he made. And as you know, opposition will actually blow the trumpet once the Kenya Kwanza government is not able to deliver. And they will tell the Kenyans that, you see, you put into place incompetent people to run the government. And therefore, it is our time. You need to put us into the government so that we can show you how we can run the government properly. Because if you look during the time of campaigning, ODM and Azimio fraternity, they preached about affordable housing. Then Kenya Kwanza also preached that it's going to provide affordable housing. What is happening now when one side is trying to implement that? So I want people also to look from that aspect. I don't know what's your take about all this. I could like you to drop your comment in the message section. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I could request you kindly take a minute or two, subscribe to this YouTube channel, smash the bell button. It is very important for you to smash the bell button, because once you smash the bell button, then YouTube can be in that position to notify you so that you can watch the content. And also share this video to your friends. And if they are lovers of politics, then encourage them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you abundantly. And with that, I say goodbye until we meet in our next political conversation.